You guys held your own. Here's a line shot. Middle right side of the second base back. Low glove by Jefferson. Plants, fires in time. Retires Moreno for out number one. Better start to the inning for Mac Lemieux as they trail 3-0.
It just rolls right off your tongue. It's amazing. It's one thing to hear it. It's another thing to sit next to while you do it.
Well, it was a lot different when you weren't here before.
I was going to say, you had
jumbling
quite
all
a
over the
few
place.
hits to call around. Hopefully the fastball command gets a little sharp here as the game moves on.
Yeah, I performed better in front of a crowd. But have you ever been here before?
I have. I was about 11 years old. I embarrassed myself on the speed pitch. My older brother beat me. I went home crying. I told my father I never want to come back here again.
There's a deep drive center field, but Wilson hardly has to move. Now a few steps back, reaches up, makes a backpedaling grab. Round number two quick outs here in the top of the second. We've got Barstool Carl here.
Bring me back more often for the homestand. I'd say I'm sure the manager would love to know, at least the pitching coach, that they're getting quick, efficient outs while I'm in the booth, Joe.
We're going to have an extra seat for the rest of the week if you got nothing else planned.
We're not doing anything, are we? We got my camera guy over here. We're not doing anything. Joe, so tell me what your favorite thing is about calling games here. This is a beautiful ballpark.
It is. No, it's a nice place to be. It's just fun to watch baseball all season long, all summer long, and be a part of it. It's cool to have an affiliation. Diamondbacks have been great. It's also fun having guys like you pop in. We had Hawk Harrelson here a couple months ago.
Yeah, well, you have I like all the respect to Hawk Harrelson, but your voice sounds a lot smoother. Like if I had to wake up to an alarm clock, I'd rather have your voice as the alarm clock than and not his Paul.
Well, that alarm clock was a pretty big turnout,
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oof, that was a nasty little hook he just threw there.
That's his pitch. If that's going well, he can have a lot better of a day. It's a 1-1 count now to Jonah Todd. Better day for your Cubs today, though, huh?
Hey, you know what? They're rolling a little bit. I love my Cubbies. I love covering them for Barstool Sports. This is a little slow chop to the right side if I got this. He throws it over to first. That's a quick out. We got a quick inning there, Joe. I bet you wish they were all this quick, don't you?
Barstool Carl doing some play-by-play. There he is.
Sorry to steal it, guys. How much more time do we have on Facebook Live before I got to give it to the White Sox counterpart?
How much time do you want? Where can people find you? I know on Twitter.
I'm on Twitter. I'm at Barstool Carl. I am a very objective Cubs fan. And I know one great thing about Cubs fans is they're very passionate, but sometimes they need to hear the truth. And I'd say if there's one thing that distinguishes me against other Cubs people is I try to keep it as honest as possible. Joe, it's because I'm from the South Side.
And nothing wrong with that, right?
All right, we're going to turn it over here in a little bit.
Yeah, we can go to break. We'll let Dave in. Okay. You want to stick around or no?
Yeah, I'm going to stick around.
You want to stick around for another half?
Yeah, I'm doing a half.
All right. We'll take a break, and we'll have Barstool Carl on here in the bottom of the second, AM 1280 WBIG.
Hi. A couple of weeks ago, my car started squealing. Yeah. So I want to replace my brake pads. Wow, you really know your stuff? Well, I've got a lot to do. I think I'm going to need some...
Coffee?
Yeah.
At Advanced Auto Parts, we have the quality parts you want to get the job done. Okay, it's starting to feel really weird.
Yeah, it's kind of my thing.
Advanced Auto Parts. Let's get you back on the road.
Just around the corner from the Tivoli Theater, you'll find 12 wooden lanes tucked beneath the auditorium. Tivoli Bowling Center is a place where the entire family will feel right at home. Have your kid's birthday party here, or join a bowling league. If you watch a movie at the Tivoli Theater or Ogden 6th, bring in your ticket to receive your first game of bowling for free. Call in at 630-969-0660 and ask about their dollar bowling, summer activities, and more. Tivoli Bowling Center in Downers Grove.
OMG Brunch Boutique on York Street in Elmhurst is a thoughtfully detailed restaurant with a global ambience and a consignment artisan boutique. OMG, their menu is a unique global brunch cuisine made in-house by their chefs with the freshest ingredients. OMG, from OMG's breakfast signature dish, espressos, gourmet specialty pancakes, Korean chicken barbecue tacos, and flatbread sandwiches. OMG, open 7 days a week from 7:30 to 3.
outs.
Here I am ready to say I think he's a first pitch swinger. I'm sitting here looking at the stats trying to familiarize myself, and he's got 2 walks and 60 plate appearances. I thought we were going to get some early action. I look up, and here's a charge in left center.
That was a quick assessment.
That was, thank you. I spent a lot of time looking at stats just like you spent a lot of time calling baseball games.
We've got Barstool Carl here. White Sox Dave should be joined with us in about the next half inning as Luis Silverio digs in from the right side. Vincent's pitch. A ball low and outside. You've got any good guests for Red Light Radio coming up?
Yeah, I met with Kenny yesterday after the Cubs game, and we're going to get him on for about a half hour. A fun one in the fall.
There's a line shot, right field, coming in. Shookneck to his left, catch on the line, out number 2.
Pretty tough play as the sun sets there out in right field. I bet you've seen the right fielders struggle a little bit with some plays.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad. The one thing is there's not much wind here.
Okay.
So they have that to their benefit. But a lot of times earlier in the season, the sun sets a little bit later, and the first baseman and first base coach sometimes have a problem with it too.
Now here's 23, Stephen Smith. He's a little bit like Kyle Schwarber. I mean, I'm sure he hears it every day, but you can't ignore it, can you?
So we were out in Arizona, and I honestly, because Schwarber was here, and I saw him, I'm like, what is Kyle Schwarber doing in a Diamondbacks uniform?
Why is he right-handed now? Why is he hitting righty?
Exactly. I mean, he looks like him. He plays the outfield too. It's wild. A funny story. One of his teammates actually put up a picture of him and Schwarber next to the stairwell leading down into the field.
Jeez.
I don't think I think he's okay with it.
Touch it. I think it was Adam Walton, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I'll just make a point here if he
Go for
takes this. So I'm a little confused why the pitcher, after recording 2 quick outs to start the inning, he's got a 3-run lead. He opens up with the first pitch slider here to Steven. That's not what I'd be doing. I'd probably just be pounding the strike zone and letting these guys, put the ball in play a little bit. You got a 3-run lead.
Here's the 1-1. Jammed inside, missed inside, 2-1.
Not trying to be critical. I know these guys are still learning their game, but
you've been here 2 innings.
You got to be observational. You got to be watching what's going on.
A lot of these guys, I think, are trying to start to pitch backwards against these players. 2-1. That's upstairs and inside. 3-1. 2 strikes.
Now see how quickly it turns to 3-1, Joe.
Exactly. That's a good point. Now, how well did you know Adam Walton?
A little. Unfortunately, we didn't get to cross over together. We missed each other by a year, but his reputation is about as strong as it can get. And I'd say. A little dribbler left foul here, now full count. Adam's parents are amazing. And one thing as you become an alumni, I played at the University of Illinois for 4 years from 2007 to 2010. And when you got out, it really is like joining a family and going back and watch the team. When Adam was a freshman, his parents were the first people to come up to you in the parking lot and say, hey, how you doing? I want to get introduced to you. It really is a family. And Adam's a remarkably special kid.
Yeah, it's pretty unique how he's from here, too, and now playing with the Cougars. 3-2. Jammed inside, ball 4.
He is a little Schwarber there taking that. It's a close pitch to take. We were joking around before the game. My buddy asked me, he goes, where do you think Adam Walton's staying while he's here? And I said, I think he's probably staying back home. He went to Stevenson High School, and you got to think, what a luxury to be as a ball player. A lot of these guys are so far away from home, staying with host families, trying to do everything they can to get by. It's got to be great for him to be able to, and we talked about how wonderful his parents are to be able to spend time with them on a regular basis.
Yeah, no, it's a very unique thing, and a lot of people don't really understand that. As Jefferson chops at third base side, glove at the chest by Fecto. He'll go to second for the lead out over at second. That'll end this second frame. Still 3-0 Burlington. Well, any advice for White Sox Dave?
Well, I'd say you got a guy with you here. You got to keep him on a short leash. He can get upset when he gets upset. I'm sure we'll just say when he gets upset, we want to keep him in line a little bit. Okay, Joe?
Thanks a lot, Barstool Carl.
Thanks a lot,
Great having you.
Yes, sir.
We'll go into the third, AM 1280 WBIG.
Whether you are starting a new business, moving your business to a new location, or need